All right, so this is a fun game that you may or may not have at home called Shut the Box. And it has dice and numbers. And when you buy it at the store, it has a box. But I'm going to show you how to do it with a box, and then I'm going to show you how to do it just with paper. So all you need at home is paper and pencil or pen, and then a pair of dice. And that's it. You can just take dice from another game. But let me show you how it works first with the box. Here's the box. It doesn't have to look like this, but at the store, this is what I bought. So Shut the Box has numbers 1 through 9 that can flip upside down. And when they're upside down, they don't have anything showing. And then it has a pair of dice. These ones are orange. Normally they're white. And the whole idea, the object of the game, is to be able to flip all the numbers down. The highest score is, the best score is to get all of them flipped down. And then you win, and then I guess you get to shut the box. But even if when your turn is done, you still have a number or two showing, that is your score. But you really want the lowest amount of numbers showing. You want the smallest score because the smallest score wins this game. And I'll show you how it works. So first person takes their turn. It's kind of a long turn. And they roll. I guess you're supposed to roll inside the box, but I'll do it here so you can see. All right, so I rolled, as you can see, 3 and 1. And that makes 4. So I have some choices. I can either turn down the 4, because I rolled 4, or I can split it up. And I can turn down the 3 and the 1. And they stay down. I'm going to choose to turn down the 4. All right, so that stays down, and it's still my turn. Oop, and look what I rolled. That's a 5 and another 5, and that makes 10. So let's think about what my choices are. It can be any combination of numbers that adds up to 10. So what adds up to 10? 1 and 9 add up to 10. 2 and 8 add up to 10. 3 and 7 add up to 10. 4 and 6 add up to 10, but I can't do that one because this one's already turned over. 5 and another 5 add up to 10, but I only have one 5. So I can't do 5 and 5. So choose either both the 1 and the 9, or the 2 and the 8, or the 3 and the 7. And I'm choosing the 1 and the 9. Boom. Okay, still my turn. That's a 6 and a 1. I wish these were normal dice. You can't really see that well. Okay, 6 and 1 makes 7. I can either turn down the 7, or I could have done a 6 and a 1, but I can't. 6 and 1 makes 7. I could turn down 5 and 2. 5 and 2 makes 7. Or I could have done a 4 and a 3, but the 4 is already turned down. So either 5 and 2 or 7. I'm going to turn down 7. I'll give you a hint. It is good strategy to try to get rid of your high numbers as soon as you are able, because you don't want to be stuck with those high numbers facing up when your turn ends. All right, that's 2 and 4. That makes 6. I can either turn over just the 6, or gosh, that's it. Because normally 5 and 1 would make 6, but the 1 is down. 4 and 2 would make 6, but the 4 is down. So I don't have any choices. I have to turn down the 6. That's fine. Still my turn. 5 and 3. That makes 8. I am starting to have fewer and fewer choices now. You have to turn down the exact number that you roll, but it can all be at one or it can be in 2 that add up. Okay, so 8 I happen to have facing up. Although I also have 5 and 3, and 5 and 3 make 8. So I could choose the 5 and the 3, or I could choose the 8. I'm going to choose the 8. Okay, 2 and 4. That makes 6. Can I turn down a 6? I have a 5. I have a 2 and a 3. That would make 5. 2 and 5 would make 7. 3 and 5 would make 8. I don't have a way to turn down 6. So my turn is over. Is when you roll something that you're not able to turn down, then your turn is over. And what's left is your score. Add together 2 plus 3 plus 5. And like I said, you want the smallest score. My score, 2 and 3 are 5. 5 more is 10. My score is 10. So then I write down 10 on a piece of paper. I turn all the numbers back up, and it's the other person's turn. And they roll and turn down numbers and roll and turn down numbers and roll and turn down numbers until that my opponent is stuck. And then however many numbers are still facing up, that is my opponent's score. Then my score being 10 and my opponent's score, whatever it is, we compare them. And whichever score is lower, that's the person who wins. So if you turn everything over except for maybe just 1, you're probably going to win that round because it would be hard for your opponent to be able to get just the 1 still at the end. Or if you turn them all down, you'll probably win. Shutting the box. Because that's tricky. It's hard to get all of them turned over. So this is really fun to play with someone. You can play it with more than one person, and each round keep track of what numbers are still facing up and keep your score, and then you'll know who won the round when everybody's had a turn. So when a long time ago when I was on an airplane, I realized that I could play this game with my daughter. Well, I'll keep it like that for now, without having a box. So all we did was we had a piece of paper and a pencil and a pair of dice. And you just write the numbers 1 through 9 across a piece of paper, and then you roll, and when you choose what to turn down, I just cross it off. You can cross it off just like that or with an X, whichever way. And then you roll and cross off and roll and cross off and roll and cross off, just the way that you would have turned down the numbers in the game that I bought at the store. And when you're all done, let's see, what was I left with? That was gone, that was gone, that was gone, that was gone, and that was gone. And at the end, I had rolled a 6 and I couldn't turn it down, remember? So what's left, I can circle and then add them up and write my score, 10. And then my opponent just writes the numbers next. Oops, I'm doing a bad job, sorry. Okay, pretend those are not quite so messy. So that's my turn on top. And then my opponent takes the dice and rolls and crosses off and rolls and crosses off and rolls and crosses off. And then what's left, add it up and find out their score. And then compare the two scores and find out which one is smallest, and that's the person who wins that round. And then you can do another round and another round and another round. So probably somewhere in your house you have some dice, and they're probably white. These are just, they wanted them to look like the box. So that's all you need. Pencil, paper, and dice. And remember, you write 1 through 9, and then have fun. All right, everybody.